Okay. All right.
Hello, today we have Mr. Shumit with us on Science in Place.
Science in place. Yes.
You have a new podcast called Science in Place, I believe.
It's more like a YouTube series while I
Okay.
stay home with my 10-year-old. So,
Okay.
we have
Is
to
it
do.
called, what is it called?
It is called Science in Place.
Science in Place, but also stay home with my 10-year-old.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
So tell us and our viewers and our listeners more about Science in Place.
So we're all sheltering in place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that we have to do is like make sure we do science. So in between work and all this sort of thing, we hang with a kid, and we're trying to figure out what kind of science we can do at home with easy stuff that is
Okay.
cool. So
Why is it important to be doing science right now?
well, I think one of the things that has happened is like we haven't really thought about how to think about the world, um, and boy, this is an interview. It's a bit of a shame because here we are. So I am trying to, with my daughter
Yes.
and with everyone else, to bring up this kind of thinking about the world, thinking about questions, thinking about how to analyze something, thinking about like how to ask a question and then find your own answer. So
Now, in your first video of Science in Place, you were
yes,
working with popsicle sticks and balancing forces,
yep,
and it seemed a bit tricky to do, which I
yeah,
thought was a really cool part of your video because it was hard to get the demonstration started, getting all
yeah,
the popsicle sticks together,
yeah.
which
It's
which
tricky.
made me
It is.
think about the role of struggle in science.
Yes, yeah. I think that's a super important thing to think about because nothing really like seeking knowledge never comes easy, right?
Mhm.
Um, and learning how to do new things is hard, and you have to have some amount of resilience and get to itness, if you will, to complete a task to see what happens. Um, yeah, and I think the role of failure in science is underplayed. Like I think we think of science as, oh, I have this hypothesis and I figure it out.
Mhm.
No, most things are figured out by elimination, not by this. Like I feel like you learn what isn't true first before you learn what is true. So
So the role of failure, you think, would be critical in this time for all
absolutely,
of us doing Science in Place.
yeah, I think we can actually celebrate that. Like
Okay.
try something, see if it works. If it doesn't, what did you learn from it? So because
Awesome.
that's yeah, that's the
Before we leave our session today, are there any like tips to kiddos or scientists out there of things to maybe try or explore in the house, in the kitchen? What are some things that you might give us as maybe materials or tools we might try to use?
I will tell you one thing for
Mm,
a Science in Place video coming up. What we did was we just gathered a bunch of stuff and we tried to make something, anything. And you're limited, and that's fine. Sometimes that's the way to be more creative. Uh, and you might fail, and that's great too. You're just going to learn from that. And whatever mess you make is going to be a beautiful mess. There we go.
beautiful words. Now, I noticed that you on your YouTube series, Science in Place, kind of have a sign in and sign out. How does it go again? What do you say at the beginning and the ending of your videos?
I believe we say, welcome to Science in Place.
Have you ever thought of like doing a song with it?
I haven't, we were actually looking for a song. I can't help but notice you have a guitar
Ah, let's
or a
see.
uke. It's a ukulele.
Okay. I always start with this chord. I don't know why.
Sometimes,
Welcome to Science in Place. Welcome to Science in Place. You like where we're going here?
yeah, I know. Please keep on.
We could also go with like a minor thing, like could do a minor feel. Welcome to science in play.
Please. Yeah, I can
Welcome to science. Wait,
science.
wait. See. Welcome to science in place. I did that not to show how well it went, but to show the theme of what I think you were saying, which is we should embrace and celebrate failure.
Could I clip this video and use that?
You could use whatever you want. So I like your version now.
I'm gonna ask you to do one more thing before we get off here.
This is our last thing. Go
Okay.
for it.
Can you make some music to What Is Going On?
Okay. What is going on?
Yeah.
What is going on? Could I do it like with a little bit of like an 80s hairband feel?
Absolutely.
I don't know, like what is going on? What is
Is
going
going
on? That's actually getting more into like the grunge area, right? Like,
yeah, well, you know.
whoa. No, wait, that's more metallic. Like, what is going on?
If I had a uke, I'd just be like, what is going? Well, you know, there we go. We could go many different ways.
So this has been the first and hopefully not last episode of our ongoing science. Do we call it a podcast or a series? I don't know.
Let's call it. Well, yeah, whatever we call
We'll
it.
have to come up with a name for it, but I will be definitely sharing this. And
Oh, please do.
yeah, and let's all be safe out there. Wash our hands. Try not to touch our faces and be healthy. Right?
Be healthy.
All
6
right.
feet.
6 feet. It's not just a TV show.
Yes.
All right. Bye bye.